Hello, hello.
Hi everyone.
How's it going, folks? How's your day? How's your evening? How's your night? How's day three? Let us know in the chat if you had fun or if you took a break. I know you folks were playing GeoGuessr just before this stream, right? So if you were playing, if you were taking a break, or if you participated in GeoGuessr and won, let us know. Awesome, nice. Glad you're having a really good day. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining again for day four. And I know I am so hard to get rid of. I'm back again, announcing day four again. If you are here joining me for the first time, I was back yesterday for day three announcement, just like today. But uh, yeah, now I have a new coach with me. We have Dikshita here. So we had Vinayak yesterday. And awesome. You're playing Geogessi. GeoGuessr is always fun. I love GeoGuessr. It's a very intelligent game, I would say. But we have more fun. We have more stuff today, and we are going to talk about that just about now. But before that, once again, you made it to day four. Congratulations! Pat yourself in the back for making it till here. It's okay if you're starting new. That's all right. We still have more days to go. So just hang tight, and we're going to talk about what is there in the upcoming up 24 hours. And we are this 24 hours are super packed once again. Uh, if you are seeing this face for the first time, my name is Ashwin Kumar Uppala. I'm a coach at Major League Hacking, and today I think I spent a big portion of the day just trying to set up Instagram threads. I know it's really hyped up today, and it's good. Okay, it's decent, and that's just I would that's how I describe my day. I know you were busy with hacking, and I was just busy with trying out what threads are going to do. And I also have a pro tip for you if you are participating in hackathons after the Global Hack Weeks. When I was participating in a lot of MLH hackathons, I personally believe a really good demo video really helped me land at least one prize, if not more, in any hackathon. The reason being, it just is the presentation matters. Judges have less time, they only have a minute or two in hackathons to judge your project. You put a lot of effort in that project, and how well you describe your project in that 2 minute demo video can really make a huge difference. And for me, it would be like making sure my audio is clear, making sure I'm speaking on point, making sure I am showcasing what effort did we put it in this place. So typically hackers tell what they have made, how it's solving a problem, but I also try to focus on the things that we learned this weekend or something that I discovered that previously was impossible for me. So those things which grab the attention of your audience, kind of like think of it like talking to an audience in a conference that you have to grab their attention, has really helped me land really good prizes in MLH hackathons. So that is it about me. And what about you, Dikshita?
Hi everyone. I am Deekshita Verma, and you can't get rid of me as well. I was here at day two, and I'm back at day four. So I am one of the coaches at Major League Hacking, and I am a makeup artist as well. And I just moved out of my house for a new job. I was literally cooking dinner before this and video calling my mom that, hey, I made dal literally like you and it's tasting nice. So yeah, for me, like I think for you all, your day spent like hacking, and I was working at office. Today was the first day I got a lot of work, so I was having fun working today. Uh, well, let's move on. How was day three for you all? How was day three for you, Ashwin? You kicked off day three. How was it?
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. So I helped a couple of hackers in the Discord around, but while I was there or when I was off Discord, I think I spent a major chunk of time fixing my laptop here. So yesterday I was streaming this from an Ubuntu machine, and today this thing has Windows 11. So I'm talking to you from Windows because Ubuntu was. Oh, okay. I know that. I know that. I know that feeling. But it was causing some RAM issues. I ended up opening my system to see what's wrong, and then I just set things up today and spend the entire day setting this thing up fresh, and it's going fine so far. It can take StreamYard and couple of more apps. In fact, as of speaking right now, my Discord is automatically updating. That's classic Windows example for you folks. So I guess my day three went up in setting up my system fresh. And I like doing that. I like starting things up fresh, maybe just resetting my systems or my phone, and just it gives me a clean, nice feeling to you know sometimes I just clean off my workbench and just spend the weekend like that, so I can just have a fresh mind to start hacking, and yeah, help me focus much better. What about you, Dikshita?
That's amazing. So, like, for me, most of my day went for like setting up this desk. Since I've just moved, I am still figuring out where I want everything because this is a very different desk from what I had at my place earlier. And then I decided to get a desk in front of a window, but I forgot that if I stream at night, I don't have a light with me. So I'm currently using a ring light right on my face, which I use for makeup videos, and I'm just figuring this setup out somehow. That's how most of my day went, and the other one was in Bangalore traffic. So I've been struggling with traffic a lot. But how about the rest of folks? Please comment down and let us know how day three went for you. We want to hear from you.
Yeah, let us know in the chat. I see people are fans of Kevin's Python session. That's so cool. Yeah, those are really nice.
All right. So, uh, we saw a lot of folks blogging about their personal experiences as a hacker, which is something we really appreciate. And I see another Kev fan in the chat. So many Kev fans. But we really appreciate that you post your blogs and tell us about your experiences. And we do really take time to read them out. Here are two blogs from two hackers from our community, and so many of you have done that, and we encourage you to keep posting these blogs and keep communicating and engaging in the community.
Yeah, and I see you attended Harshal's Contentful workshop and you created some pretty cool models on Contentful. We are so proud of you, and I hope you learned about it. I had a couple of questions on what is Contentful, what is Elastic, and those who you, if you missed all of these streams, all of this are recorded on Twitch and YouTube. So just if you're joining us from Twitch, just scroll down. You will see all the past recordings. If you're on YouTube, just go to the live section. You will find everything recorded. So you won't miss out if you were not here live. But we are so proud for you joining us for this awesome contentful workshop. And you made some really cool models out there. Uh, After that, he also welcomed, well, Swift announced the 2024 mascot, Hanson the Hardware Hippo. I remember a lot of you made the correct guess of it's a hippo, but maybe not hardware, right? It would be pretty cool, but yeah, it was challenging. But I love this hippo. It is one of the cutest things I've ever seen. Probably my favorite. I think it's gonna be my favorite mascot because it kind of reminds me of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with that hardware patch on the eyes. It looks like a ninja.
I see where
It's
this is
amazing.
going.
Yeah.
And we welcome the top 50 class of 2023. I see a lot of folks that I can recognize, and we're really, really proud of all of you. And yeah,
Yeah. So you can check out. We also announced the new hackathon season. That means a whole lineup of hackathons and member events that's gonna happen in the next whole season for you. So if you missed out on that announcement, everything is at mls.io/events. You will find everything. I can show you if you're unable to access it, but let me drop it in the chat just for your mls.io/events. Whenever I want to check out a hackathon, I just go to this place. Like someone asks me, "Hey, what is the hackathon happening around me?" Or "Hey, Ashwin, I want to join a hackathon." I just sent them this link and check this out. You got tons of hackathons. Pick anyone that you like based on your timings or your location.
So, in case you want to know what's happening today, we have the entire schedule on ghw.mlh.io/schedule. But just to make things easier for you, we will be telling you the entire schedule right here on stream as well. In case you want to check out or you miss anything else, just go to this link and you'll be able to find everything over there.
Yeah, first up, that's coming up after this stream in less than an hour is Build a Hack Planner, part 3 by Stephen. So if you have been attending the part 1 and part 2, this is the third part. Join Stephen to just complete what he started. If you are joining for the first time and if you don't know what I'm talking about, everything is recorded. You might want to attend the part 1 and part 2 before the stream so you won't miss out on anything. But this is happening in 10:30 p.m. for Asia Pacific folks, and if you're in a Eastern time zone, it's gonna be around 1 p.m. for you.
Then we have Getting Started with Front End Web Development Part 2 by Zane. I believe the part 1 was on day 2, and you can join him at 3 p.m. Eastern Time or 12:30 a.m. IST. Make sure that in case you missed out on the first part, you catch up with it as recordings are available, just like Ashwin said. And I personally am enjoying this a lot because I was not a great web developer, so I am following on Zane and learning web development alongside.
Yeah, totally second that. And then we have Alberto coming back and taking a session on Let AI Build You. That's a pretty interesting statement given that we have been building AI with TensorFlow and all the models out there. So if you're curious what it means, you can join Alberto at 5 p.m. Eastern time. It may be too early for Asia Pacific folks, but don't worry, it's recorded, so you can check it out later too.
Next up, we have Let's Build Python 101 Part 2 by Kev. I saw a lot of Kev fans over here in the chat, so I know that you all are very, very excited. Yeah, I can see the chat again. You can join him at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and for Asia Pacific folks, it's 5:30 a.m. IST. I generally wake up at that time, so it's okay for me. But just in case you miss out on it, you can definitely check the recording later.
Yeah, and maybe you are a person who is into Web3 or want to learn blockchain, or maybe you want to build your own decentralized application. Well, Kushi is here. She got you covered. Join her at 12:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time to build your own decentralized application. That is super cool.
Then we have one of my favorite mini events by Ritvi. It's Chrome Dino. It's a fun game. It's very relaxing. So make sure that you join her at 5 a.m. Eastern Time or 2:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time, and take some break from hacking and have fun with her.
Yeah, or maybe you just you want to get something out of this global hack week for your own career. You want to showcase what you build, and you need a place to showcase it. That means you need a personal website, and you all build personal website with HTML and CSS, but it is super cool to build with Next.js. So if you want to do that, you might want to join ESA at 9 a.m. Eastern or 6:30 p.m. Asia Pacific Eastern Time to build your own personal website using Next.js. It's the third part, so the previous two parts you might want to attend before joining this. But it is going to be super cool.
And we are open for Q&A.
Yeah, that is it for day 3. But if you're curious or if you just missed any of those announcements, here is the link ghw.mls.io/schedule. Everything we just mentioned, just head over to that page and click on day 4. Awesome. Now is the time for you to ask any questions. I remember, I think I missed few questions here. Hey, are we doing swag drop this season? Yes, we are doing swag drop. Not this session, but we are doing swag drop in uh, Global Hack Week launch week. So yes, we are doing a swag drop in this global hack week. There's a very interesting condition. So previously we used to do, if you are in session, and if you are we would do random swag drop. That is still happening, but you are more likely to win a swag drop if you are active on the Twitch chat here and in the Discord community. So if you're helping other folks with their questions, or just keeping the conversations alive, or just geeking out with members, making new friends, you are more likely to win swag drops in this global hack week. So don't take it as a task. Just make sure you're having fun, making friends, and helping others in this global hack week. And I can guarantee you will win more swags than random swag drops. That is the season launch channel. Wait, is it regarding to the same question I was answering, or did I miss some context
I
here?
think it's regarding this one only.
Uh, well, you don't have to be active in a single channel. What I mean by that is, in MLH, we do have a Global Hack Week channel, I guess, a
Yeah.
chat for Global Hack Week. Feel free to be active there, but we are not targeting a single channel or a specific channel or specific streams where you need to be active. We want you to be generally be supportive of others, and if you're standing out from the crowd by exceptionally helping other hackers, or supporting them in their activities, or just being actively participating in streams like this one, then you are more likely to get rewarded with a swag drop. So basically, just be supportive, and then you will. I'm sure we will just point you out and figure out. Oh yeah, Pulao have Polav. Oh, I'm sorry. So Polav has been active and helping all the hackers around, and I believe they might be eligible for a swag drop like that. Alright, there's another questions bit off topic, but I don't see any relevant questions around. Feel free to ask anything around MLH. That is totally okay. Or hackathons. That also fine. You don't have to stick it towards global hack weeks. But global hack week questions are welcome. How to proceed in order to become a 50 contributor for the 2023 edition? Uh, I think the 2023 top 50 was just announced, so you missed the deadline. You can try to apply for the next year, next season when it is launched. Typically 6 months or like 10 months later, the applications open again. Uh, my question, like I can answer this by asking a question: why do you want to become a MLS top 50? It's more like a question you might want to ask yourself: why do I want to become a top 50? Uh, the the best way to get the answer to that is also by reading what the previous top 50s are up to. So if you go to top.mlh.io, you will find the story of all of these top 50 members. Let me actually be let me just show you around what I mean. So I'm gonna share the screen and go to top.mlh.io. So if I go to top.lmls.io, I can see the 2023 and the previous 3 more years. And I can see there are 50 folks all around here, all with inspiring stories. So I'm just going to pick one, someone I know, someone I've been looking up to, and I read. So the point of top 50 is basically sharing their stories, what they have done to help support their own community, basically highlighting their journey and what made them stand out in the hacker community. And I would recommend reading a lot of these folks to get inspired, and that's the best way to figure out what is it that you can do for your community which makes you stand out, or which you can support your community, and what kind of, and then you can share that story with the top 50 application and see if you are eligible. Uh, I hope that answers your question. Oh, this is a really interesting question. How to become extrovert? Dikshita, you wanna take that one?
Yeah, so it's not like you have to become extrovert. Like if you force yourself into it, I don't think that would be possible. But make sure that you take an initiative to network with people, and the community, the tech community, MLS community is very very welcoming. So you, after like some time, you become very comfortable with people. I remember my first meetup, I was literally silent for like 10 minutes, and once people started talking to me, I felt so comfortable around that everyone assumed that I was an extrovert, but I wasn't. I transitioned into an extrovert later on, and then it just becomes very flow. It's like goes very very smooth. So just try to take an initiative, try to talk to people and network with them, and you will ease into things very easily, and you would transition from an introvert to extrovert if you want to.
Yeah, I want to add on to that, and plus one to everything what Dikshita said. Those are some really good points. You don't have to be an extrovert to become to act to be like how us coaches do. Um, so there's a difference between an extrovert and being able to like. It's more like public speaking side. So I know a lot of my friends who are extremely awesome and they're introverts, and there's nothing wrong with that. uh, Maybe what you're trying to look for in coaches is being able to convey what we feel, and that something help comes out by public speaking. The best way to do it honestly is by taking part in hackathons. I started that by taking the accountability for making demo videos. That means in any team, at least 9 by 10 times I made sure I am the one making the demo video. I just opted for it. I like, let me make the demo video, and my first demo video was absolutely hilarious. It was so bad, but by the time I got in my 10th and 30th, I got pretty good in making a lot of sense, telling a lot of what am I supposed to tell in less words in less time, and making it more meaningful. So uh, for if you my piece of advice would be like, just participate in global hack weeks or where you are, and maybe take up the initiatives which makes you talk. It's okay to be wrong, and it's okay to be like, it's okay to embarrass yourself. You don't have to. Nobody's perfect. Even we mess up so many times on stream. We could do a separate mini event where we could talk about things we have messed up as a coach. And that's how we learn. All right, so it's okay to make mistakes as long as you're okay with embarrassing yourself. There's a high room for you to grow and become a better public speaker. You don't have to become an extrovert for that. You don't have to like be open and like just be an extrovert. If you're introvert, that's okay. If you're extrovert, that's also okay. What is important is whether you are able to convey your thoughts well or not. I hope that answers your question. And honestly, the best way to do it is just do it. Don't think about it and get feedback from others. Like when you're talking about it, you can ask, "How did I do?" In hackathons, you get a feedback if you ask for it from judges and from the MLH team. And I typically just ask, "How did I do?" or anything that could have done better. And honestly, people really like giving feedbacks, and those are really constructive. Okay. There is a question, it's not relevant to this stream, so I won't be able to answer it because we are all short on time and we want to keep this more relevant to Global Hack Weeks. But I can give a piece of advice. If you're applying to GitHub Campus Expert or any other similar program, you can definitely, and you should, I suggest, talk about your experience at Major League Hacking. Did you help some hackers? Were you a mentor here? Were you a judge? Did you win a hackathon? And all those experience which you do in events like this, like Global Hack Week itself, really adds up a lot of mark, and people do notice that. So I used to mention, oh, I was a mentor at Major League Hacking, or I won uh, some 10-15 hackathons, and I'm really proud of that, and I made new friends, and that's how I understood how community works and how to like reach out to folks and how to like help other folks from across the globe, and that really helped me essentially crack a lot of these programs. It's just a lot of folks just don't mention the work they have been doing, so it's important that you mention everything. Every tiny thing matters. So that's why I would recommend, like, if you are around in Global Hack Week, help out other hackers, meet new friends. There's a chance you will win a swag drop, and it also adds up things that you can add in your resume. Writing blogs and creating videos is definitely not for me. What other tips would you give to stand out? Uh, that's all right. There's nothing wrong with if it's not your type of content. I would, for me, it's like the content that you like to consume is the easiest one to make. If you like to hear a lot of podcasts, it's much easier for you to make a really good quality podcast because you have that experience. You know the taste of what good podcasts look like, and you don't have to start perfect. Uh, in my experience, some of the finest or great bloggers or creators that I know in developer space have their first initial videos not so great. So they have like double digit or single digit views, and now they are pretty good. That is after hundreds of views or hundreds of videos. That's okay. Consistency matters, and make sure you're having fun in the process. That is also important. So it doesn't have to be a course that you're doing unless it's a job. If you're doing it for the community, make make sure you're having fun and the community is having fun. Dikshita, you wanna add something here?
Yeah, so one of my creative friends actually mentioned in one of her talks or something that your first 100 pieces of content are going to be really bad, and that's okay. You just have to figure things out. So it's not like even if you probably tried one of these content pieces just once or twice, uh, probably try them multiple times, and whichever content works for you is okay. Just like Ashwin, you mentioned that whatever content you consume is the easiest one to make. I honestly consume every sort of content and I've created every sort of them. So I definitely agree to it that because you know the pattern, right? And whichever pattern you feel like is comfortable for you, make sure that you create that sort of a pattern because you want to see it in a perspective like, would I actually consume that type of content? So whenever I make a video, whenever I make a podcast, or whenever I have a written piece of content, I just read it and I feel like, will I take my time out to actually go through this or hear this or spend time on it? And if I think that that's okay, I would actually do that, then that's a piece of content I would approve for myself, that okay, I can publish it or I can take it live or something like that. So probably that's how it would work. And I think we have a similar follow-up question to it. um, how to stand out of the crowd? Just be yourself because each one of you are unique, so you don't have to follow a pattern or just make sure that you're doing things that everybody is doing. Just try to add like your version in whatever you do. Ashwin,
Yeah.
do you want to
Uh,
add something?
Yeah, I wouldn't really focus on standing out from the crowd. That doesn't really work. So it's like you are doing your work, and at least for folks who stand out from the crowd, if you have some folks in mind, they stand out for you, and they may not stand out for everyone else. And the reason being, they are really good at what they are doing, and they're really focused at it. So just be focused at what you're doing. You're enjoying hackathons. I was so addictive to hackathons. I would do one hackathon every weekend, and I had covered every FPH, every MLH hosted hackathon for one whole season, and I loved that. And the reason I did it because it was fun. I was making friends. There was rewards. The community was nice. I did not really wanted to stand out from crowd. That was not my goal, and I eventually ended up being standout later when I realized and I looked back like, oh, I've made a change and stuff like that. So. Uh, just make sure you're doing what you're focused, and yeah, just focus on that and really don't worry about standing out from the crowd. That just happens with consistency. Wow, I'm impressed that you folks are not asking global hack week related questions. Either you are new here and you have no idea what's happening, or you know everything about global hack weeks, and you're technically stealing our jobs and we don't have to do Q&As. Like, I'm glad you're asking questions from communities. This is really cool. But please feel free to ask anything regarding global hack weeks if you're missing out. We'll continue to answer these two. Okay. While Dikshita comes back, I'm going to steal one question and answer that. Don't tell her, all right? How to make communities more active, like making folks talk with me. I'm going to answer this. How to make community more active. So I have a community called Hyderabad, and being in touch with a lot of communities. One thing that really works out, if it's your community you're talking about, as it sounds like something that you have started, it's important that every core member, if you have core members, follow the same mindset as you do, or if not, they follow the same mission of the community. uh, a lot of community stays together because community members were having a shared struggle. That means all the members are sharing a same problem, and they come together to solve it. It could be like, oh, the course in classes are very bad, so you start a community which where you do hackathons or you teach each other really good programming or something like that, or it could be some other problem, but all of the members are facing some similar problem, and you're coming together and are bonded by that shared struggle. So that thing really helps keeping a community consistent and helps in growth. For activity, the leadership is responsible. So if you're a leader, you need to make sure you're active and you keep directly engaging with the folks. So directly with the members, or it doesn't have to be hosting an event every once in a while. It could be as simple as doing some text messages or giving some advice or asking questions. But leadership has a lot to do in keeping community alive. So Dikshita, while you were away, I stole this question and tried to silently answer this, but you came back too early. So do you want to also answer this?
Yeah, one tip that I would mention, like I agree with all of those points that you mentioned, but one extra tip would be make sure that your community provides a value. There's like a value addition to things, because there are a couple of tech communities, and a lot of people are in multiple communities. So why would they want to stick to something and interact there? Is because there's some value addition added to it. Probably you're engaging, you're providing more information, or they feel a personal connection with you. So in some way, just make sure that they feel included, and they also benefit from being in a community.
Yeah, well said. A hackathon related question. What tech stack? Um, no tech stack is needed, honestly. If you're participating in hackathons, for me, it's the people. It's like in hackathon, it's like you have 48 hours, learn what you want. If you know tech stack, great. If you don't know, we'll just learn it. It's that kind of mindset really helps me. But if you are focusing on a particular tech stack, you might want to double check before joining a team. If you want to focus, like, hey, I want to learn React Native this weekend, and the team that you have joined maybe is using Java or some other language. So you might want to confirm whether the project they are using or the project the whole team has decided aligns with what you want to learn before joining them, or maybe just let them know, like, hey, this is what I want to do. Do you want to try this out? But no tech stack has advantage over other. It won't help you win a hackathon. uh, so yeah, that's not a winning factor if you're looking for, but it's easy if all of the team members are aware of what you want to do. Just make sure to clear it up. What are the responsibilities you want to take up? You want to learn a tech stack, go for it. You want to decide a tech stack with your teammates. We have done it. I'm like, hey, let's hack something around DevOps this weekend. So each one of this will bring something up. I will learn GitHub Actions. You will learn some other CI/CD tool, Jenkins, or anything like that, and we all try to learn a theme. So that makes it even more fun. Awesome. Oh, interesting question by Siddharth. I think it's for us too. Do we all remember our first Global Hack Week stream, watching or hosting? No, I don't think so. I remember my first Global Hack Week stream that I attended. Oh wow, it's been quite some time. What about you, Dikshita?
I think for me it's been quite recent. I started streaming around in January or February. Um, and I think my first stream was on AR/VR. Let me think. Yeah. It was, I think, the MLAI week, and I tried including MLAI in Unity. That was my first stream. I had literally prepared notes and like done every sort of research so that I'm ready for every question possible, because it was the first time I was streaming for 2 hours, and I think it was pretty much fun, and I'm much more comfortable in front of StreamYard now. So yeah, that was my first Global Acrylic stream.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't really remember, at least the once I attended back in 2021. It probably was into Python or like a GitHub workshop. I remember Fozia was taking it. It was so cool. Like, how could be a stream so nice and so fun? And I don't know anything about Python or GitHub, and still it's super fun. And probably my first hosted stream would be like uh, Chrome Dino Mini event or GeoGuessr. But my first technical stream, oh, and it was pretty cool, was getting started with Kubernetes, where I taught you all folks how to deploy something in Kubernetes, and that went pretty wild. But let us know in the chat what was your first Global Hack Week stream. Do you remember that? It doesn't have to be just me and Dikshita. We can't be the only one. You are the folks attending it. I'm curious to know if we have any first timers, like the first time attending Global Hack Weeks. This is your first Global Hack Week. I'm curious if we have any of those folks in the chat. Love to have you. Oh, yours was API week. That was a really nice Global Hack Week. Really cool sessions. Oh wow. Ariva is a newcomer. Oh, this is your first Global Hack Week. Awesome. Welcome. We are so excited to have you here.
I see
Amazing.
a lot of new first timers. Welcome to the community.
Yeah, I'm so glad you folks are here. Wow, super awesome. Uh, have you joined the Discord server? We would love to have, like, it's a there are more folks than two people here in MLH, so we would love to meet you to all the other folks in MLH. Make sure you're in the Discord and are saying this is your first time, and we'd love to have you join the conversations and everything that happens in Discord. And a lot of things happens on Discord. You have been part of MLF Discord for some months, but it is the first time Global Hack Week. Well, welcome again. I'm so glad this is your first Global Hack Week. Hope you're having fun. How to win surprise giveaway of Global Hack Week Security Week. I guess that passed, but for this Global Hack Week, I can give you some hints that you have to be active in the Twitch streams and be supportive in the Discord, and that is the hint to win surprise giveaway for this Global Hack Week.
I think we have a Global Hack Week question. In your experience, what are some common challenges or obstacles that people face during Global Hack Week? Any tips regarding that? Ashwin, do you want to take that up? I am not aware of any challenges that I've heard.
Yeah, I guess some of the most commonly asked challenges are like how to do challenges. I know it's funny, and that's literally the questions I've been asked so often. So if I just go back here and go to ghw.mls.io, and this is the schedule. If I tap on these three dots and go to challenges, and so often folks have, which challenge should I choose? Should I do all of them? Do I need to do all of them? Do I need to do some of them? What's the minimum? What's the maximum? That's the most asked question that I get, that we get. Uh, and my answer to that is do as much as you like, and please take breaks. If you want to learn to create a mental health app, take this challenge. You want to learn Elastic? take this challenge. You wanna, let's say you wanna learn Web3, register for this one. You want to deploy something to Elastic Cloud, take this one. Uh, a day before the like couple of hours before the day starts, or one day before, just finalize what you wanna do. And it's okay if you're not able to achieve all those challenges. That's fine. You're getting swag for participating, remember? So you don't have to complete everything to win those swags. The second most challenge that I see with folks is unable to find answers. Uh, Everything is mentioned in the website, in the Discord, and we are also active to answer that for you. But it will save you a lot more time if you use the very awesome tool called Search on Discord, because chances are someone has already asked the question that you're about to ask, and it saved me so much time because I have to ask the question and wait for someone to be online or the MLHers to be online and reply that. And just by searching, I get so many of my challenges during Global Hack Week answered, like how do I submit, how do I win swag, or which swag do we have, and all those stuff that you may missed because you are not active. So yeah, that really helps. These are some of my advice, and honestly, just make sure you're having fun. I think one of the biggest challenge that hackers might have is like they're too competitive, which is fine. But if you're having fun, that's more important. Don't burn out. This the purpose of Global Hack Week is it goes throughout the week so that you can attend it in your comfortable time. So if you have classes, go for it. If you're doing an internship or an MLH fellowship, go for it and only attend Global Hack Weeks when you're comfortable.
Also, make sure that you attend your own time zone ones. Do not mess up your sleep schedule for getting excited and attending different streams. We always have recordings for them. As you said, you used to take part in hackathon every weekend. Can you please share a platform? Are these one day hackathon or week long? So we have hosted by MLH hackathons every weekend, and they are 48 hours long usually and happen on the Discord server of MLH. So I'll just share the Discord link. Oops. Where did I send it? It's not in the comment. Here you go. Make sure to join the server, and there will be one hackathon for you every weekend. Ashwin, I can't hear you. I think we lost you.
No, I was talking on mute and I have
Yeah,
repeated
now I
this
can hear.
since yesterday. So I was saying we do have guilds working. So if I just go here, you just have to pick the role, make sure you have picked the role. And if I scroll down a little, I can see Global Hack Week guilds right here. And if I go here, you can see join my guild. You can check out all the guilds and just join them. Yeah, I guess we have guilds active. So yeah, you can definitely join guilds or submit your own community as a guild if you want. Did I lag for a second there?
Just a tiny second. You did. But we heard you properly, so that was okay.
That's Windows 11 for you folks. Awesome. How you would know you have joined Cold Beetles? Really interesting questions. If you scroll down, there's a guild section and you will see only your guild name. So in
Right.
this case, you can see the guild name is Hackerabad. That is my guild, and I've joined this. So you will be able to see Code Beetles in here if you just scroll at the bottom. In case you have opted for a guild, you can choose the guild at discord.mls.io. So let me also show that process. So if I go right here, discord.mls.io. So it's- oh, okay, it opened. Okay, I've already joined it. But if you join this, so if you're joining it for the first time, you should have a prompt to join guilds. But if you have opted for a guild and you're still not part of the guild, open a ticket, let us know, and we will make sure to assign you to that right guild. That should also work. You cannot see guild leader, see guild channel. Can you raise a ticket for that so I can point out if you have the correct roles or not? Just open a ticket and tag active amateurs, and I should be help you able to help you there. Awesome. It looks like we don't have any more questions, but please don't let us stop you from asking questions. We would love to have you ask more questions, and for that we have Discord and some more tickets and the public channel. Coolsies. We'll see you soon. I will see you around, folks. And till then, have a great day. For enjoy your day and have a great morning, evening, and night in your respective time zones. Bye.
Bye.